As you make your way to the table, I will move that House File 1937 be placed on the general register.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee.
Yeah, welcome to the committee, Representative Newton. I will also move the DE3 amendment. And so we also have an A4 amendment to the DE3. So the DE3 is in front of us. And then I will also move the A4 amendment to the DE3. Would that be?
That's correct, Madam
Okay,
Chair.
great.
That gets the bill in the order that I'd like it.
Okay. Any discussion to the A4 amendment? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say no. The A4 amendment to the DE3 amendment is adopted. So do we want to take up the A5 right away or just? Okay, great. So if you want to speak to the DE3 as amended, Representative Newton.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair and members. House File 1937 is amended. Funds the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Department of Military Affairs, the National Guard, as well as several other programs benefiting veterans, providing services, job training, and physical and psychological recuperation. The appropriations in this bill closely match the governor's budget proposals for DVA and DMA and contain relatively few change items. Overall, the Department of Veterans Affairs is funded with $168.5 million in direct appropriations from the general fund and $6 million in statutory appropriations. The Department of Military Affairs, meanwhile, receives almost $49 million from the general fund plus $4.4 million in statutory appropriations. And I'd like to mention some of the bills that we've added to what the governor had. We've added funding for Camp Bliss, which is Representative Bliss's proposal, and it has nothing to do with him. It happens to be the same name. Veterans on the Lake with Representative Lissigard's bill. A Veterans Resilience Project was Representative Clardy's bill. Representative Coulter has money for the Veterans Museum, the ongoing funding. Representative Greenman had funding for Every Third Saturday project, and Representative Creshaw has Camp Ripley Museum. And then we also have from Representative Bennett the 9/11 Veterans Bonus Program. So we've got, it was an excellent committee. We had a lot of bipartisan support on everything that we did. There was basically no controversy. And I have to say, it was really a pleasure to lead that group of individuals. They were really super to work with. So one of the things that we looked at in this funding that we haven't done before is we really focused on the veteran spouses and their families to make sure that they're cared for as well as the veterans. Because a veteran, for those of us that serve, know you absolutely need the support of your family if you're going to be successful. So with that, Madam Chair, I'll stand for any questions if anyone has any.
Thank you, Representative Newton. Representative Creshaw.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And Representative Newton, thank you. A lot of, if not everything in this bill touches my district, from the Veteran Service Office to the cemetery and of course, the Military Museum, which will be a statewide asset, and the funding for the museum. And I just, a couple of things, and I can't thank you enough for the way you approach this. And you said in your comments, it was a good committee and non-controversial, and my hat's off to you because that's just who you are. When you approach problems, you approach them with a solution, and you look for the best possible, and you just work with everybody involved. And you're going to hear lots of it, but I just can't thank you enough for what you've done for my districts and my constituents. So happy to vote for this, and thank you.
Good, thank you.
Representative Farr.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sergeant Major.
Yes, sir.
Did I see in here that the Veterans Bonus Program, that we lowered that from what we originally talked about? We were estimating $22 million that we needed to to make sure that we had covered everyone down to 15 million.
Yes, that's right, Representative
Representative
Fire. What we, excuse me, Madam Chair. We will come back if we need additional appropriations, that we've discussed this with the department, and if additional appropriations are needed, but we think that we can do it with the 15 million.
Okay, I hadn't.
Representative Farr.
No, I'm doing it.
No,
Sorry,
we
Madam
can't
Chair.
see each other
Yeah,
either, so, yeah.
No, I appreciate that. We, when we had looked at that and when I had talked to the department, I think that the number we came up with was that, so I was surprised to see the change. But if needed, we can come back with that. I will echo Representative Creshaw's words. I really appreciate what you've done here. Really appreciate the fact that we could bring this as a standalone bill. I think that means a lot. I've literally talked to hundreds of veterans in the last couple of weeks, and so it means a lot to them that we can come together and do this. So thank you very much for your work, Sergeant Major.
Thank you, Representative Fire. And Madam Chair, I'd say that'll cut down on a lot of emails for a lot of us as well.
Representative Petersburg.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and to Representative Newton. No, I notice I'm on the Housing Committee, and we deal a lot with homelessness, and I see that you canceled the Veterans Homelessness Initiative dollars and put that back into the general fund, and then I think reappropriated it generally. And whereas I know that the homeless, through Veterans Homelessness Program is probably the best example of what we've done to successfully deal with homelessness. I don't think we're finished yet. And so can you give me some understanding as to why you decided to eliminate that particular initiative and then just fund it back as general dollars?
Representative Newton.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Representative Petersburg. I think I'm going to have to ask for some help from Ms. Roberts.
Good morning, Ms. Roberts. Welcome to the committee. Please introduce yourself for the record and proceed.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members. I'm Helen Roberts from the House Fiscal Staff. And I would point you to the detailed tracking sheet. If you look on line 100, you will see that cancellation of the $3 million, but then it is appropriated again for the same initiative. This was a department request because they were unable to spend the money. And the way that we show it in the bill is just so that it doesn't count as new spending, but it is being directed back towards the same initiative.
Oh,
Representative Petersburg.
thank you, Madam Chair. That makes more sense to me. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Any further discussion? Thank you. We have one more amendment to add on, which we've been adding on to all the budget bills. So I will move the adoption of the A5 amendment. And this is the financial review of the grant review process. So Representative Newton, any comments to the A5?
No, I have to say Representative Hudella, who's new to the legislature, has been working on this, and it's really needed. After all the years I've spent in the legislature, I think it's a good idea.
All right, so with that, we have the A5 in front of us. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails and the A5 amendment to the DE3 is adopted. So we have the DE3 as amended in front of us. Any further discussion? Last word, Representative Newton.
Thank you all. I look forward to presenting the bill on the floor. Thank you.
Great. So all those in favor of the DE3 as amended, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails and the amendment is adopted. And I move that House File 1937 as amended be placed on the general register. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails and House File 1937 as amended has been placed on the general register. Thank you, Representative Newton.
Thank you.